Hi people, so let's begin. So I draw a lot, as you know, and you can check out my YouTube channel, my Instagram, uh, Shelby.Kyles, and I'm on Instagram, and you can see all my artwork. So I figured I'd draw or color, whichever, my own drawings. And so we're going to take a look. You can see most of these things on Instagram, my artwork. My drawings. Yes, my notepad is all raggedy and looks pretty bad. But the thing about it is, it was good. It's worth it to me. It could be old. You can make freaking things out of it. But I usually draw. I draw people here and there. Be practicing at least, and some of them come out real good. This is actually someone well known to this platform, and you know, sometimes I mess up like this. And then I draw awesome stuff like this. And, it's just really interesting on how I do things. This was just some anime crap I was trying to do. And so my point here, and this is my friend's dog, I drew it from a photo. I can pretty much see things and draw it the way I see it. So I drew my friend's dog perfectly here, just based off the photo. Yeah, it looks like he's missing a leg, but in all fairness, in the photo, his leg was behind his legs. He had a thing where he could, so that's why there's only two legs, is because both the other legs was right behind these two. So, but yeah, I can draw really decent artwork. Now, animation is easy for me to draw, and this is Underdog and freaking Hong Kong Fooey. Bad colors of brown. Brown doesn't work with me for some reason because it's always different when you try to draw it. I think that's the complex thing even when it comes to drawing people that are black or brown. The colors don't really match up with what you're doing. You have to really know your brown colors. And there's many different types of brown. For example, you have many different types of brown right here. And in some cases they come out in different uh, colors. And even when you get a color that's supposed to be like purple, like this thing over here, it still looks brown when you start drawing. So it's just the whole thing of trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work when it comes to coloring anyway. But so yeah, I drew most of all this stuff, and not most of it. Hell, I drew all of it. Yeah, just trying to talk and make it sound like I'm interested. So I'm more real right now in this video than you get me the rest of the time. And there's a lot of things I experimented on. So, and this is my Grand Popeye thing I did, which I will color in soon. Not now, not today. Pretty much trying to just go over this stuff and explain. And this was okay. So the story behind me drawing this is a friend of mine, a good guy. He was talking about a cartoon he used to watch when he was younger, and it's called Star Blazers or something like that. And that's what these two characters are. These are two main characters of that animation. So I figured I'd draw it and color it in, and it came out pretty decent. And he said, "Yeah, that's pretty accurate." And all I did was watch or look at the drawing of it, the photo or whatever, and I drew it. And this is something I'm doing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that one. And this is something I obtained out of wasn't really an art book. It was an art thing. I can't remember exactly, but it was teaching me how to draw women, and I became way more generous by giving the women, well, as you can see, bigger body parts and whatnot. Um, Drawing women is an interesting thing to me because um, a couple times in my life when I had a comic book company and other things, they were trying to tell me that women aren't an artistic thing to draw. It's more artistic to draw men than to draw women, and I couldn't figure out why. I had that taught to me by an art teacher as well as a friend of mine who drew comic book characters when we were trying to make a comic book company. And the thing about it is, he was saying that it's more artistic to draw men, and I couldn't figure out why, because to me, and maybe it's just me, and maybe not nobody else, but women happen to be the most beautiful visual things on the planet. You know, you want to see them. It makes you feel good and comfortable to see them. And, you know, they got a certain beauty that no other creature on earth has. I can't say that about men. Probably because I'm a dude and I hate other dudes. You know, the world. Let's just put it this way: I'm not like the rest of the society nowadays. I find men attractive. I find dudes to be assholes, and I want to kick their ass. And I don't want to be nowhere. I mean, just the way I was raised. You know, you get to know a dude by fighting him, and you get to know a woman by making love to him. And so, this is what I do. I try to draw women, and I think it's a skill and a talent to draw a woman because of the fact the main problem guys have with women is the fact that they have breasts. And so they can't draw breasts. And so this is why people find it challenging because there's curves and things that women have that most people just give up on day one. And so, with that being said, this is somebody you guys probably know and hate, but I don't care. I thought she's cool, so I drew her. And Casper, Friendly Ghost. I actually tried to give Casper to somebody who claims to be Casper, at least he calls himself Casper. And I didn't want it, but I thought it was decent. But then I had people make fun of the end, and like, oh, it's supposed to be like a tail. It's actually his feet I kind of drew. So Casper's alright. Never finished this one, I kind of might. But this was a masterpiece of mine. Drawing Marvin the Martian, as well as, I think her name is Marcia the Martian. She's a Tiny Toon character. Queen from the Duck Dodgers, as well as a robot from Duck Dodgers. And this guy is always in the Looney Tune cartoons as some kind of bird, Martian creature in the ship here. Now, you can go online and look up Marvin the Martian and K9 and you will get these two with the ship. But all these other things I added in because I thought it would make it even more decent. I even put more craters in the ground to make it look like they're on the moon or some form of planet. Up here, I put a little alien, a gray alien, inside the ship because I thought that'd be funny. You know, so this is like my own artistic thing. I was using a regular pencil and I didn't really have, didn't really think of a color that would represent night. And so if I could, I might redo this whole thing one day because I don't like how the black from the pencil kind of took away from all the other colors. And so this is something I want to do. And this one was something I drew. I actually drew, well, I didn't act, I drew this woman first. And I said, well, that's lame, you know. And then people were just like, oh, what the hell, why'd you draw a woman? And none of this other stuff was there, it was just her. And so I said, well, I'm going to start adding more things. And so I thought of drawing this girl. And I have this art book, which I've talked about in many different platforms, how to draw cartoon characters. They're little tiny cartoon character people. And so I drew her like this. And I said, well, she could be her mom, and that's her daughter. And so I drew all this other stuff extra in the background to make it look like a kid is waking up their mom, which is something I've seen a billion times in life. Kids trying to wake up their mother, and their mother being a mother. And so that's what I did. So this is actually alright, decent drawing. This is somebody crazy that we ain't gonna talk about. And I like Rocky and Bullwinkle, you guys. I used to watch it when a kid, like reruns and stuff. And anyway, so I drew Rocky, Bullwinkle, Boris and Natasha, Fearless Leader, and tried to draw Dudley Do Right. I got this thing where I try to draw so much shit on a piece of paper that I don't even realize that I'm running out of room. And so stuff be half on and half off, but then I improvise. With this, I didn't really improvise. I just wanted to draw Rocky and Bullwinkle and the characters I liked from the Rocky and Bullwinkle show. And so that's what happened there. And this is a thing where I get crap about Daffy Duck. But I was thinking like cowboy shit for some reason. And I drew Bugs. You know, I decided to draw a bar around him. The bar is not in any scene. If you was to watch the animation where Bugs is actually standing like this, Bugs is standing up against the wall and he's smoking a cigarette and rolling. And so here I decided to make Donald pop up and have Daffy like jump up. And this is what Daffy's really doing right here is he's jumping up like his normal thing where he wants to fight people or he's excited. And I thought it'd be cool to make him look like he's jumping at Donald, like I'm gonna kick your ass type of thing. But you know, people only one they care about when I show this to people is Donald Duck, and I have a problem with that because I usually don't draw Disney characters at all. My main focus is always Warner Brothers or Hanna-Barbera, and I'm really good at drawing Hanna-Barbera. Like I said, drawing a woman is interesting, so I'm working on, this one was a good one I drew. Um, and then this one I don't like this. And then I try to draw all the samurais. Yajirobe from Dragon Ball, Samurai Jack, the awesome dude. I love Samurai Jack. I try to draw Inuyasha. Well, I keep saying I try to draw. Hell, you're looking at it. I drew this shit. Afro Samurai, as well as dang, I can't even think of his name now. But he's the rabbit from Ninja Turtles. Um, Shajinko, what the hell? I don't remember his name right now. Anyway, so this is another art book where I try to draw the females, and honestly, my first day of drawing them, these two characters, I realized how simple the damn art book was, and the price for it is outrageous. Because you can easily draw any female in that art book. So simple wise, but I don't like the fact that they're anime type. That's the problem. I think, anime is good. Some animes are good. I'm gonna say some. I mostly like the ones with martial arts and stuff like that. But I think it's overrated, the art style. And I mean, because I still like the old style of animation. But yeah, it's really simple, this art book. And I will talk about it on some other day. Once again, this is that tiny character animation I got from this one art book. It's perfect. I like it. And I've done a lot of these little dudes and people. I like it. You can consider that. You can say they're kids. You can say they're midgets. You can say whatever you want. But they come off pretty cool looking. And it's a nice style. So kind of a mix between, like, I don't know, French type of art and, I have to say, a little bit of Asian animation. But it's still pretty good, decent. This one I drew, and when I thought of this one, I was like, okay, I want to draw Foxy Love, and I want to draw Honeybee from Black Dynamite. And at first, I just had the two of them, but then I said, I need more black female characters, animated characters. Sadly, there's not enough. Like with a lot of entertainment, there's not enough people of other races. So I did. Uh, I want to say her name is Riona, or whatever the hell her name is. But anyway, Family Guy chick, or Cleveland chick. Cleveland show, which was an interesting little show. And I don't know why they canceled it. It was alright. It's one of them shows with the funniest shit about it though is because black shows get canceled a lot. And here you go canceling a black cartoon show. It makes no sense to me. It never has. So, I don't know, I think her name was Loretta or one of them, I don't know. Roberta, that's what it was. It's something. But anyway, I made Honeybee bigger because in the movie she's heavy set. And she's, attractive, heavy set woman. And in the animated series, she's just sexy as hell. And so I just made her look like the animated series version, but more heavy, more bigger, and bigger hips and bigger breasts. So I like this type of woman. And that type of woman, hell, I love women. That's why I draw. So I get blank pages when I can't think of nothing. This was obviously a child. I was trying to learn. I got this one art book on how to draw faces, and I like it. And it got me more of a better idea of how to draw faces, to get the lining down, the understanding of how facial features work. And it's pretty good. And I think most people should try to obtain art books just to do something with your time when you're bored. I mean, you can only play video games so much, you can only watch TV so much. You have to build your own personal talents and stuff. But I've been drawing forever, but just not what I think is professional enough. But I'm my own worst critic. Most of the stuff you're looking at, you probably think is really cool, and I think my drawings suck. So, this guy came off alright. Well, I was actually trying to draw like a kid or something, and it turned into some chubby dude. But once again, this is where I criticize my own shit and other people like it. So it's not that bad. This one is horrible. For me anyway. Most of y'all be like, oh, that's an interesting cartoon woman with glasses. And to me, it's like, I could do better because I saw it better in a book. And I went overboard. And actually that day I was really distracted. Sometimes it's, the thing with art, uh, some days you can really draw. And some days you ain't feeling it. And when you're not feeling it on art, it shows in the art. Or if you're being distracted, it shows in the art. This is what I noticed. But when you're calm and you're in your thing, your mood, whatever it is, you could be playing music, you could be drinking, playing music or whatever, and this makes it easier to draw. Whatever it is that makes you comfortable, and your stuff will come out perfect. But otherwise, you'll see flaws in your own work. So here there's a lot of flaws. I don't even want to get into it. And I did this stupid hair thing. I don't know what the hell. This is like the beginning of my crazy hair stuff. Later on, I'm so improved with my hair crap, it makes no sense. Except for I don't like looking at photos with girls with super long hair and then trying to draw it because it makes so much work to keep trying to make the hair look impressive. And so, yeah. But other than that, sometimes I have to draw it based off of what I see visually, and I can't really explain what makes me want to draw certain women. You know, it doesn't always have to be the breast or the body or the face even. Sometimes it's the way they're standing or moving or the posture or the pose, you know. In Instagram, there's tons of girls posing, but they always do most of the time copy each other, and a lot of this is through social media, and I think people need to quit copying each other, do their own thing. So, what you got here is basic SLK drawing styles. Yes, I am SLK. And so, I've been drawing this stupid rabbit for decades. Used to draw it in school when nobody's paying attention in the back of the class. Don't care about what the teacher talking about, and I would draw rabbits. So this rabbit's been going on forever. It used to be spot on smooth, like Bugs Bunny spot on smooth. But after a while, I did develop it this way. And it's because my hand or my thumb got messed up, so I don't draw perfect anymore. But this is, you know, so much stuff is, like I said, people think is perfect. This teddy bear character I created, and this duck character, which I keep changing constantly because, you know, I just don't dig the way I draw ducks. But anyway, so, but I'm trying to perfect it, but ducks, man, what are you gonna do? So, yeah, this is just some chick, and I thought it was alright. I was being super generous here, and this is where I think I messed up. But I don't even want to try to fix it because then I'll mess up even more. The whole area in here I messed up. And I did a lot of messing up down here too. Because how do you draw a tennis racket when you see another hand, the hand on the other side of the tennis racket? That type of stuff I don't know. I would have to take art classes to understand certain things, but I don't got no money for that crap. And this is what I'm saying, okay. It looks like a hot mess. But this is my proof right here, okay, that if you ain't into it, you can't draw it perfect. And so I was trying to draw this. It was started off all right, then I just went like whatever because people be talking to me, won't leave me the hell alone, and it came up pretty bad. And so this is what the end result of it is, you know. And yeah, it's not good at all. Um, Hopefully you guys can see this and it's not too bright. But anyway, so this one came out better than what I imagined it would. And it came out perfect because of the fact I was focused and I didn't have that many people in my face bothering me. And it came out really decent. And I'm proud of it, kind of. But in all fairness, once again, I was trying to draw a child of some kind when it came out like this. And some fan or follower of mine on Instagram was like, it looks like Attack on Titans, which I've only seen like little parts of. But after a while, I seen it, I was like, oh, it looks like the Titans that he's talking about, the giants in the movie. And so I'm thinking, okay. But I've tried sometimes to do it this style again. I just haven't. I keep changing up all the time, you know. So, and then this one came out perfect as well. Um, And the cool part about it is it actually looks like a lot of assholes in the city. So it's decent, but I'm not gonna try to draw this type of way again because I just don't. I don't know. It's just something. How can I say? Changing the main reason why I did this is because the whole thing right here with the lips and the whole, changing of expression. And so trying to make an expression and making it look good is difficult sometimes. But this one was easy to master in a way, and it came out alright. This one got a lot of praise, and I actually, this is where another one where I just kept playing with the hair, and it just went all over the place, and I kind of made this interesting part through the hair, separating the style of how I was doing the hair. So this one was alright. I dig it. This was decent, and I can't remember how I got the stupid mark and I can't get it off. It was either some food or some nonsense, I don't know. But it came out right. The problem is people don't understand all this stuff behind it. What I was trying to do was make like a chair, like a bar chair or something to make it look like she's sitting in a chair. So from here on through there is pretty much a chair. And looking at it again now, I could tell I didn't give the breast a good uh, circle right here. It's like uneven, if I can say it right. Kind of the same thing here, but like I said, I'm my own critic. So whatever you guys would think of it would be perfect. I agree with you. Whatever you think. This is where I'm saying my hair creativity grew in a way, and I was doing all these different things, and it really looks cool the way I did it. And I think, yeah, it could be done again. And I've tried recently to do different hair things, lots of different hair things. It's kind of cool once I start getting into it, you know. And this is something where I could have fixed better on the hair, made the eyebrows better, the eyes. Um, it's supposed to be the shoulder, but every time I look at it afterwards, I'm like it's a hump, like a hump in the back type of thing. And I can't remember what the hell this is, so I'm thinking this is like the tag in the back of the shirt. I don't remember, you know. But yeah, I try to make it look decent, and it is what it is. And I started drawing something and gave up. I don't remember what it was. A woman here just said I'm gonna give up. And this came out all right, all right, not 100% perfect. But drawing weapons with somebody is something I was working on. And this is like I said, all right. There's not too many things bad I could say about it. There's things I want to improve on because it didn't come out 100% the way I wanted, but I like it. And this one was one of them days where somebody was distracting the hell out of me while I was trying to draw, and this is what my end result was, and I came up with like, the hell with this. And so this is what it is. Just trying to draw a guy balding, kind of, based off the fact that I drew the other guy with a better beard and stuff, but I had like, I don't know how many people bothering me while I was trying to draw. And so I'm pissed about how the beard came out and everything. That's actually when I gave up. It was I was trying to draw all this stuff and it was messed up. And then, the kid. But anyway, it just came out weird. If you guys know your Looney Tunes, or should I say, Animaniacs, this is Buttons, and this is Mindy. So I came up with drawing Buttons and Mindy. Because I've been thinking about the Animaniacs. I tried to watch the new ones and I didn't like how the old ones weren't in the new show. So I drew Buttons and Mindy. I also drew Chicken Boo here, which is freaking awesome. Chicken Boo dressed like Daniel Boone or whatever. That's pretty cool. Or Davy Crockett. And then I did him as a cowboy. And kind of messed up, but it's alright. Maybe it doesn't look like a mess up to you guys, but it does to me. And here we go, the main reason why we are here today. The good feathers. Yes, the good feathers. I don't know if you can really see the good feathers, but yes, I drew the good feathers. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm about to bring the good feathers to light. And the best way, okay, I don't know what I did. I'm about to bring the good feathers to life here. Starting with Bobby over here. And we're gonna go like this. First off, if you don't know who the Good Feathers are, they're pretty much the Animaniacs versions of the Goodfellows. So the Good Feathers are just pretty much pigeon mobsters. So I'm gonna use this light blue color. These pencils I use are oil-based pencils. Oh, hold on, I gotta get something. Look at it. Yeah. So, boy, I use an eraser. This is, it's the best way to do it. Instead of using the stretchy ones and you just keep twisting like this. Simplify, you could just turn the button on right on the side. Mine's like permanently stuck because I dropped it. But, it's like this. And you can put a battery in it anytime when it starts to go bad. Whatever batteries I got in there, they pretty much has been in there since I bought this damn thing. So, endless batteries, they never go bad. And like I said, it's stuck on permanently. So, so first off, what I'm gonna do, before I even add the color, is I'm gonna go on and darken the areas. And this is what I do afterwards to secure the drawing all together, is I try to make it look more, stand out. And it stands out more when you add more pencil to it. And so we're going here and we just go through the lines again. Good feathers are actually pretty easy to draw. God dang it. I can't believe we did that. And I've been drawing the God Pigeon a lot. And the God Pigeon is like the godfather of the Good Feathers. It's an old ass pigeon. For some odd reason, nothing phases him. You can't understand them. And yet, they worship his butt. Like, you're like, oh my God, you're the God Pigeon. And, I can't believe it, yada, yada, yada. And, they can get hit by cars and stuff, the God Pigeon can't. Pretty much the God Pigeon is like a slow-ass, old roadrunner. Where nothing can hurt the roadrunner, of course, and everything hurts the coyote. But in Good Feathers world, all the Good Feathers get hurt except for the God Pigeon. Which is funny as hell. And really pretty lame and what. But it's old Looney Tunes, it's Warner Brothers animation for you. I just wish Warner Brothers would take the time to bring back some old characters and give them their own spot. At the same time, be able to bring back the Hanna-Barbera stuff, 'cause I think they own the rights to them, and I don't like the way they portrayed them on HBO Max. They made Jabberjaw Girl, which is the stupidest shit. It did a lot of things that make no sense to me with the old characters I loved. And, yeah. And I guess you can't really copy the old style. Gotta make it new and fresh. But the way they make cartoons for kids nowadays looks so lame from my generation, where we had, like, characters that were looking real and transforming and G.I. Joeing and He-Maning and even the new He-Man. I mean, yeah, they made it look like an anime and all this. I watched like the first part of it, and the thing that made me stop watching it was He-Man died right in the beginning of the damn thing. I'm like, why the hell would you kill He-Man off? It makes no damn sense, Even though one of the shows I think was not really given respect to back then was Ghostbusters, which was on all the time. It was actually a pretty good little cartoon show. And there was also some other ones. Damn it, I can't really do that. So, what we're doing here, I'm gonna get in here like this. Bobby's not difficult, like Good Feather to draw, really. just kind of going over this stuff. It's one of them things. My hand's a little shaky today. And that's because I drink too much damn coffee. So, bam. Getting there. I can draw the beak and all this again. I was trying to make it stronger in the black. So you'd be like, oh wow. And maybe you won't. Okay, so that's enough of that. Anyway, I'm going here with the blue first. And these oil-based pencils are alright. And people be like, why don't you use water paint pencil type things? And I'm thinking, because it bleeds through the damn paper. That shit drives me crazy. I don't know about anybody else, but it really bothers the hell out of me. So I don't be wanting to use water-based thing. I also have these paintbrush pens. You know, they're alright. But once again, I don't like things bleeding through the paper because you got all this other extra paper. It's like a waste of paper. You know, these things ain't cheap. Okay, well, I mean, it costs like, this notepad I'm using is like $9, but, you know, I get multiples after I do it, but I don't buy a new one. So it's like I use a notepad or art pad or whatever, and then I don't buy a new one until I finish drawing everything on the pad using every single piece of paper. And I started drawing again because I went years without drawing. But I started doing it because I'm working this graveyard job. And at first I tried reading books. That's impossible. You got people coming up bothering me. You got people doing the most craziest stuff because, let's face it, a lot of people come off the street now and they get housing and they don't know how to deal with it because they have to be desensitized from their behavior. That way of living anyway. And so I started drawing because I was like, okay, I might as well practice drawing again. You know, even though I mess up, there's something to do and no one's really getting in my way about it. But as I started doing it, I started getting better again a little bit. And just a little bit. I'm not praising myself here. But people keep going, oh my god, that's cool. And then after that, I started getting requests to draw animated characters for them. And I was like, okay, why not? Like, oh, draw me Huckleberry Hound. I was like, okay. Here's Huckleberry Hound. Here's Snagglepuss if you want them. You know? But sometimes I get characters, cartoon characters, I have no idea who the hell they are. Like the Star Blazer one I showed you guys a little while ago. I had no idea. And then I researched it. So I kind of know a lot about animation because I don't know, the cartoon's always been cool. One of these days, and it's always been my goal to want to make my own animated thing. And eventually I will. Because nothing ventured, nothing gained, you know what I mean? And you gotta try, or, you know, just wasting your time. You gotta try to do everything. So, this is driving me crazy out of me. Let's see, so this is gonna be odd, but I'm gonna go with certain type of yellow orange type of thing. I don't even label the pens, you know. Pens always got this little mark right here to label them. And I don't label them, I just start doing stuff. Maybe I should start, but I really don't want to. But, or pencils I should say. But I hate that. I hate it when that happens, damn it. I drew too close to the damn pencil markings. But anyway, so, damn it, Tina, I did it again. Whatever. So, the thing about it is, it's just, I like the oil-based ones because it's just simple oil-based pencils. You know, you can draw, it's not going to go crazy. It's not like a crayon. Crayons that wax is just too much and it makes it really thick. Really thick artwork and then your pages will stick together. So this is why crayons is bad for me, at least the eye thing. Like I said, this is my personal thing. When you're drawing or coloring, and I mean you can draw with crayons and stuff like that. To me, it's more It's just about that stickness, because you got all these different pages, and if you sitting there doing that, you get sticky, and it doesn't make any sense to me. I don't want my pages sticking together. I don't want any of that going on. And I just want it to be, cool. You don't have to stick. Just draw something that shows the color and move on from there. So what I'm doing now is kind of like my second coat. And sometimes I shouldn't do a second coat type of thing, but I do it anyway. I have no idea why, but it just makes it stand out. This is the part where, like, if you were using a crayon, this would already be like that. It would already be thick like this, and it wouldn't really get anywhere with that. So I just like going in later and doing it again. Now, people doubt themselves a lot, so you would say like, "Oh, you can't draw or you can't color." Anybody can color, just some people just choose not to draw the lines. The thing about it is, and people give me coloring books. I got a couple recently, and one day it was really weird. This girl just walks up to me, pretty girl, pretty dark-haired chick, uh, not too big, like overweight, and she wasn't even big at all, like slender chick, really attractive. She just walks up to me like, "Hey, you're Shelby." I'm like, "Huh? Yeah, what the fuck?" She's like, "Hey, I got some art stuff for you." I'm like, "Huh?" I'm like, she goes, "Yeah." And then the guy I know had sent her to me, and I'm thinking, "What the hell is this?" And she just starts talking about my art and all this, and I said, "Who are you?" This is weird. You're just talking to me. You're attractive. I don't know who the hell you are. She goes, "I know, I'm sorry." And then she started telling me her name and everything. And hopefully that looks nice. And I was just like, "Whoa, wait a minute. Like, where'd you come from? Who are you? How do you know my name?" And all this. And it was just funny as she started giving me this freaking coloring book. And I'm thinking, okay, I don't color other people's coloring stuff. I don't even buy them. I do have like a giant Superman coloring book I got. And once again, that thing came to me too. It's like a ground coloring book. And I just don't. I like to draw my own stuff and color my own stuff in. And if you think about it, if most people could draw the way I can or any way, you wouldn't want to buy a freaking coloring book. You just draw your own stuff. And that's where things are cool. Is when you can draw your own. Just imagine you got little kids around. You draw a character, you can color it in for them, or they can color it themselves, and it comes out looking pretty decent. Now this color I'm using is like my ultimate thing. That's why the damn pencil's so tiny. It's a tiny ass pencil. I use it to color in Stin, and it's just my alternative color thing I use for all kinds of crap. Mostly stuff where it's pink or whatnot, but I do got pink. It's just the pink looks too pinky to me. I got multiple pinks, and this doesn't even count as pink. I don't know what the hell this is, but I do it for a certain thing. Yeah, so I'm not a seasoned colorer. I don't understand colors. Yeah, there's a rap song by the name of Colors, 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 Colors. Yeah. But yeah, you just gotta enjoy, your stills, and the way I look at it, you gotta try to experience things in life. You can go travel the world and all that nonsense and whatnot and meet different cultures, but at the same time, you need to understand the world within your own limitations in your mind, and you gotta try to explore to obtain that knowledge to be able to do things a certain way. I'll go over here and do the same thing right here. Right? But I just so I can get this color out of the way. But yeah, you can't just say you can't do anything. You gotta be able to try everything that's possible. And once again, this goes back to not really a racial thing, but how can I say this? Well, actually, I don't know any better way of saying it. You know, some people can't experience certain things in life because other people hold them back. That doesn't mean that person is bad because they've been held back from things. It means the people that try to hold them back put that stipulation in their mind that they can't achieve nothing or be able to do something. And I always say, to hell with that, I'm going to do what the hell I feel, riding the horse is made of steel. Okay, I'm not going to listen to the bullshit, I'm going to do what I want, and then I'm going to get it done. I'm going to learn whatever I want, and you can't stop me. And yeah, there's going to be people that challenge you, and try to say, oh, you don't know anything, but you went and learned it on your own, and you know what you know, so they can't tell you nothing. The only thing they can tell you is when they're talking to you that they're uh, not the right person to deal with. That's the best way to say it. They're not a decent person because they're not trying to appreciate what you offer to the world. You know, I went out of the lines there. And I'm going over stuff that's not right. But yeah, you gotta learn all you can, create all you can, learn anything that you are interested in. If you're interested in medieval times, go read books about medieval times. If you're interested in politics, learn about politics. Whatever it is, don't hold yourself back. If you like something and you're hanging out in a group and nobody else likes it but you, take more time trying to learn about the thing you like and forget what the rest of the group is doing. You know, and that's just my opinion. You know, that's just my opinion. That's just the way I'm rolling. You know, getting down on the word life. Picture me rolling gangster rap videos. I don't know, something of that nature. So, you know, I'm getting back to that. That part's easy. Pesto here. Uh, he has issues, tons of issues, because first off, he has a shitty purple color, which I can't really imitate except for what this pencil comes off as, which is supposed to be this type of shade. So, yeah, and once again, kind of want to get in here a little bit. Yeah, his name is Pesto, not Pismo Besmo or some crazy crap. But when they made the new Animaniacs, I was truly hoping that Goodfellas would be back because honestly, they're one of my favorite Animaniacs, next to the Warner Brothers and Pinky and the Brain, like everybody else likes that too. And I like Bugs and Minnie, that's why I drew him, and especially Chicken Boo. I have to say Chicken Boo is my favorite because he makes no sense at all. He's hilarious. And so, um, he's a character that should have his own series, to be honest. It would be funny. But, it is what it is. Now, the cool thing about what I'm doing is it's actually a lost art. You can say, oh no, it ain't, people draw, but more people use tablets to draw. They use Blender, they use all these different things, and it's something I would explore and been thinking about, pondering. Once again, it comes down to me not making enough money and working killing me and not having enough time to do things I want to do. So drawing the normal way is actually kind of fun. It's old. It's the way I know how to draw. It's the way things come out. Now, people always draw like this off the side of the thing. I just try to make everything line up perfectly. It's not a real thing where you gotta draw around the edges. I think that's how people always draw outside the line because they try to be so perfect like this around the edges. You know, you really don't have to do it. All you gotta do is make sure the white spots are covered up. And that's it. You don't have to sit there and just keep doing those same lines over and over again. It makes no sense. You know, I don't get it. You know, and yeah, this might look a little shitty. I don't know. But it's mostly like every time you see a white spot in your coloring, you just color over it. It's no good. You know, Some people want to be 100% perfect. But like I said, most people don't draw like this no more. They just use technology to draw things that could be simplified in a better way or a better light. And so one thing about this character I'm coloring in right now, Pesto, is he has two different color eyes. One that's like pink and then the other one's blue or green or something. I can't remember exactly right now. So I'm just going to do my best of making it look good. And yeah, just like something I want to do. I've tried to draw on computers. I get close to drawing certain things. But my first go-to when it comes to drawing is always a dumb rabbit. Why? Because that's what I know how to draw. There's a rabbit, animated rabbits. I used to always start off with Roger. Bugs is easy, but it all happened. The whole concept of how I draw animated characters is I just watch a cartoon, and if I watch it enough, I can draw it. I just have to look at it or whatever, and I can draw it. The cool thing is if you're a kid and you want to develop the talent I got, and you like watching cartoons, just pause the cartoon. Pause the cartoon, look at the shape, the way the head's shaped, the way the back is, the ears, the neck, all that stuff. And you can draw something pretty decent and similar to what you're watching at any point in time. So, let's begin it. Now, Pesto is actually the kind of pigeon you see on a day-to-day basis. Why is he the kind of pigeon you see on a day-to-day basis? Because he has this crazy little stin tag thing going on right above his beak, which makes no sense. Now, the rest of the good feathers don't have this, except for the god pigeon. So, they got that little stin tag thing going on there, Biggie Man. At least that's what I call it. I have no idea. Somebody probably knows what the hell it is. The coffee that went flat. Oh, that's horrible. Anyway, so, um, so let's add in the gray, people. Let's go with the gray. So this is where things get a little weird, a little off. So I'm gonna go with a certain gray. Now gray has the same effect as brown to me. Is you look for a certain gray color and the gray doesn't come out the way you want it to come out. Even though the pencil shows you a certain type of gray, when it draws, it's totally different. For example, and we'll just start over here with Bobby's wings. So, as you can see, it's not the same as the gray it represents on the pencil. It's a totally different gray. So that's a darker gray compared to this color, or a lighter, weird kind of dark gray. But this is what we got. And I'm just gonna do it because why not? Because I want to use this gray. Bobby here is a calm guy of the group of the Good Feathers. More calmer than Pesto, who's supposed to be the insane, crazy one. Is actually supposed to be Joe Pesci. He's supposed to be Robert De Niro. And then Bobby is supposed to be, damn, I can't think of the name of the dude's character. Plus he just died. Yeah. So, the main colors when it comes to Bobby and Pesto here is, like I said, you got this purple and you got this blue. And then Bobby, the other character, or whatever, well, not Bobby, dang, I can't remember what the hell the other guy's name is. I guess that's why we work with Bobby and Pesto. But, yeah, so, I mean, they color scheme is pretty simple. And so when it comes to gray, this is the part, like I said, I'm having issues with right now. Just trying to draw the rest of the body perfect. But, so you get in there like this, with a certain type of brown, I think. And this is one of the lightest browns I got. Now I'm not quite 100% sure this is the one I want to use. But even if I was to use this one, once again, it's like you see it on the pencil, you draw it, it's different. So if I see it and you draw it, it's different. So then you have to be like, yep, that's the one I want. It's pretty stupid. But, so, you would come in here and it's a certain type of brown. It might not even look like that until I start getting deep in there. And it's not even a certain brown. It's like a weirdest brownish yellow color or orange. You know, I might be colorblind and don't even realize it. But when it comes to these damn pencils, sometimes I feel like I have. So this is not the original color you would probably see in Animaniacs or anything, but we're gonna use it right now because I don't like trying to figure out all these dumbass pencils half the time. But for some odd reason, I find them very effective working with. It's a weird thing. So, it's somewhat different. Like I said, just go over the white spots. You don't have to do this big thing they teach you in school, how to follow the lines. Everything's about following the lines and connecting the dots, la 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 la. Okay, it makes no sense. La 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 la. Connected, la 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 la. See, I never have 100% the way I've always colored in, but I just try to make it smooth it out, like I said, always over the white spots. Always keep it colored in. And, you know, do the best of your ability. It isn't rocket science, it's just coloring. And see, bam. Coloring doesn't take long, it's just a second. You know, when it comes to certain areas you're trying to draw. Oh, crap, my freaking leg. Ooh, dumbass light. Go like this. There. So, I'm gonna try to use this gray now, just to do it in pesto. And so, let's begin. We're gonna draw them in. Now, we can go on Animaniacs again, like I said, and see what it is that their colors really are. If I'm not 100% correct, I'm damn sure a little bit close. It's just been a minute. And it's been a minute since I drew this too. So, let's try to make it as impressive as possible for you guys and myself, because I just really wanted to get this thing going. I want to just make a thing about art. So this is what this show is. It's just me, my dark comedy, which is everything I'm saying, and my interesting little art. I'm trying to make it look impressive. So this is what I'm saying about the pen coloring or pencil coloring, because looks like a dark shade of gray, but yet it comes out really light when you start coloring in the character. So gray and brown are crappy colors in pencils, and so is the freaking purple sometimes. And you never know what purple you're using, and blue is always pretty good. It doesn't really change. It doesn't really change at all. So coloring in things ain't bad. It's not hard at all. See, I can finish up Pesto here because he's not that difficult, seriously, to color in or to draw or any of that jazz. So, plus I made him smaller because I wanted to show the size difference between him and Bobby over here. And so, this is pretty much what he looks like, except for a couple things. He's got some weird ass eye color of pink, and I kind of want to use this one, but it doesn't stand out. And so, one thing I do know is Pesto has this crazy blue eye. So, I can go in here like this. And color this blue eye, which it didn't come out the way I wanted. Like I said, I don't label my pencils, half the curiosity of my artwork. And so, we're now going to use this weird pink that I'll be trying to avoid constantly. I don't want that one going to be too bright or whatnot, but okay. I'm going to get in here like so. Oh shit. And bam, that's pretty much it. It's simple. It's not a big area, so you can tell though he's got two different colored eyes. If not, let's pull it up to the camera here, and you can see he's got two different color eyes now, and he's pretty much done. I don't got too much things else I want to do with him. And so we're back to Bobby, and I'm not gonna go around picking different colored grays and stuff. We're just gonna go with the same type of gray I used on Pesto here. And just simplified. This is the Goodfellas. I also drew an awesome one a couple weeks ago. Once again, same characters, the Goodfellas. I drew all three of the Goodfellas, and I drew them behind the God Pigeon, because it's all I've been drawing when it comes to animated characters lately, is the God Pigeons, and then my own character, my own animated characters, which is a mix between Hanna-Barbera and Warner Brothers style, or should I say Looney Tunes style. And I'm trying to improve that style so it looks original, not so much like the old school stuff. Tex Avery style is kind of odd, but it's something I want to perfect too when you're thinking like characters like Woody Woodpecker or whatever. That's actually what Looney Tunes is Tex Avery style. Bugs anyway, Daffy and Porky are actually Tex Avery characters. So, whether people know it or not, and then people usually think of Chilly Willy or something like that, or what's that duck's name? I can't think of that duck's name right now. Dewey or some stupid shit. It's Baby Huey, that's what his name is. So, it's just a stupid character, but it takes a lot of time. But like I said, I want to animate eventually. Again, it just makes something interesting, normal. Not that crap Disney's doing now by throwing too much adult subjects into animation. I just want something simple, make a little kid mystery thing, and even, something a little adventurous. You gotta give kids imagination. I think the problem is we're throwing too much reality in the world into a kid's life. And yes, you can say it's bad, and you want the kid to know things. I think imagination gives us ideas to create and grow as people. So I believe children need that more than the grown-ups. Because grown-ups lost the idea of how to imagine. Hell, if you can get a kid to sit there and talk to an invisible person and tell you it's their imaginary friend, well, that motherfucker got some damn good imagination. A grown-up try to do that, he'll go, oh, that guy's insane. But a kid can do it all day long. There's no problem. Oh, he's got an imaginary friend, it's okay. You see a guy on a train talking to nobody there, you think he's completely nuts. So, this is it, people. These are the Goodfellas. mind drawing it a good feathers. I don't know how to do about my light making it look bad, but hopefully you guys like it, enjoy it, and you know, next time I'll draw something else, or color or draw something animated or whatnot. So until next time, peace, peoples.